Welcome to the Oman Cricket Academy. It's the Oman D10 powered by Fan Code as exciting cricket action continues. We've got the MAJEES Titans versus the MUSCAT Thunderers in match number 20 on the Oman Cricket Academy Turf 1. Let's head down to Pranav Mehta for the toss.
It's time to flip a coin one final time this evening. MAJEES Titans taking on MUSCAT Thunderers. The captain, Rahil Habibullah, on my left. On his left is Sandeep Gaur. And on his left is the match official for the evening. Home team, Rahil, flip the coin. Khanjar is the call. Number it is. Rahil, congratulations. What would you like to do?
We'll bat first.
Any particular reasons?
No, not really. Look, it's a new wicket today. The pitch has been playing quite well, and we want to put some runs on the board and put some pressure on them.
Any number on your mind?
Yeah, anything above 100 should be good for us. That's been about par this season, so yeah, above 100.
Side changes?
Couple of changes, quite a few actually, 3 to 4. I don't remember all of them, so.
We will check on that. Best of luck.
Cheers, thanks man. Bye.
Sandeep, they're batting first. What would you have done?
We also wanted to bat first, but okay, that's fine. Toss is not in our hands, so
What about your injury?
I'm fine now. I have did some treatment for that, and I'm okay now.
Side changes?
We are playing with the same 11.
Great. Best of luck.
Thank you, Pranav. Thanks.
So the news from the sidelines is that MAJEES Titans have won the toss and they're going to be batting first.
You've heard it from the man himself. MAJEES Titans have won the toss and elected to bat. Let's on the toss and elected to bat. The two batters are out there in the middle. Usama, he certainly knows how to get starts, but to convert them into big innings, that's a totally different story altogether. Along with him on the other side, I believe it's Vishwa.
Osama Akil is joined by Vishwa. At the wicket, we are all in readiness. Taking the new ball from the Oman LNG end is Munis Ansari, the experienced Munis Ansari.
Yes, he'll be looking to sling it in. Accurate as ever. Can Munis Ansari certainly make a difference here? It's been a very long day for MUSCAT Thunderers as well as MAJEES Titans today. Second game for both of them. And it's the last game for the evening. Both of them did not end up on the right side of the result. So one of them tonight in this game would like to go home happy and content with a strong, powerful performance. Whether it's going to be the MAJEES Titans who's going to pull one out of the hat just like they did with the Royal Oman Stallions in their very first game. Or is it going to be MUSCAT Thunderers proving that experience is worth its weight in gold? Only time will tell.
Absolutely, we're all set to go. This is Zaman Qureshi, the umpire. Making sure everything is in order. All set, play calls the umpire.
Munis Ansari gets that away swing as is customary in most of the night matches under lights. the ball skidding onto the surface.
Hasn't had a decent outing in the last game, where Naseem Khushi took him to the cleaners. 22 in the over. Right then, it is the batting power play. Deep backward square leg at the fence. On the other hand, we got a third man, deep third at the boundary rope. So two fielders that are allowed outside the circle are stationed at the boundary.
This time, straying down the leg side, just getting a hint of the batter's pad over there. Sandeep Gaud is stationed at fine leg, which is up in the circle, and he's certainly not looking too comfortable, is he? Always keeps limping every third or fourth step. I wonder if this is a very, very strong decision here. It's an ITW Prodigy and TPT 360 LLC production, bringing you amazing pictures just like these and the exciting cricketing action from the picturesque grounds of the Oman Cricket Academy. Beautiful pictures, great action, gives you the best angles. Munis Ansari with the third delivery of the over.
Driven for a single. Munis Ansari is 40 years old and playing 2 T10 matches at the age of 40 definitely takes a lot of toll on your body. Getting ready, getting yourself match set. Went for plenty of runs in the first game. Made his debut for Oman in the T20 International against Afghanistan in Dublin back in 2015. It's been 9 years.
Well, absolutely. Gets an inside edge, bunts it towards deep square leg, so it's going to be only a single. But I believe we all know Munis Ansari from that T20 World Cup, and especially that match against Ireland where just turned the heat on to the Irish batters who had no clue what was happening. And those were the days when Malinga was really popular at that point in time. Jasprit Bumrah just burst onto the scene, and the action, that slinging action, had become such a wide craze amongst everybody, wondering how to get it done.
On the onside, gets a single, will only settle for a one. 37 for 3 in 4 overs were his figures in that game against Ireland back in 2016 in Dharamshala. Got the better of Gary Wilson, Niall O'Brien and Kevin O'Brien, 3 main batters of the Irish batting lineup.
Absolutely. Some fond memories Oman cricket has of that game, registering their win out there. A visit to the Oman Cricket Academy halls and you'll see photos of that particular instance. Right then, last delivery of the over. It's been awfully quiet. This time just flicks it off his legs. Chase for that fielder. And he's not going to make it. So a boundary now, the first boundary of this Muscat Thunderers or MAJEES Titans innings. They'll end this over well.
On the pads, easy pickings for Osama. Good flick of the wrist. Gets the much needed boundary on the last delivery of the first over.
As is customary with the Muscat Thunderers, sticking to their plans usually, don't make too many changes throughout the tournament. Neither do they do with their bowling combinations. Afreed Katie has graduated to a senior statesman in this Muscat Thunderers side, burst onto the scene in that D50 tournament a few months ago. and since then he's been a regular feature. Coming around the wicket to the left-hander. Ball keeping low a bit. And it'll be very interesting to see how this new pitch behaves from here onwards. It's just the first day. Have a look at that. Way too short. Tried to bang it in, dig it into the pitch, but not getting enough purchase.
Super impressive in the first game as well. Afreet KT's got the better of Vinayak Shukla. And that too on the very first delivery.
This time hits a good length. Wrapped on the pads. And it's going to be only a single. So dealing in singles. So they're just working around cautiously, MAJEES Titans at the moment.
It's very important, the partnership. MAJEES Titans, for a reason, they are missing out on their main players. But it just hasn't been the tournament for them. The youngsters they have put their trust in, they have not performed. Osama Akil did manage to get some runs in the first match. And apart from him, no other youngster really impressed playing for MAJEES Titans. Aryan Best has been performing on and off.
This time once again banks it in short, but I think he's got enough bat on that and the ball has got enough legs on that to reach the boundary ropes. Another boundary for Usama, dealing in boundaries at the moment, 2 of them already.
Yeah, easy pickings this time. From what we have learned by observing Osama Akil is that he's good on the onside. He's good if you will target his body line. 9 of 5. MAJEES Titans would want him to stick around.
Afreet will have to do something to keep Usama quiet. Probably just attack that outside off stump line. Keep it wide, keep it away from the right-hander. Let's see if he can manage to do that. No, he still wants to target the stumps. It's a good length this time around, but he's not going to get away with that wide.
Well, we were talking earlier on about the glorious days of Oman cricket. So what has been the earliest memory of you following the Oman's national team? What's that one particular game that you still remember?
Well, not many, but not the international level, but it's the under-19s and the junior cricket, especially because as growing up, me being part of the school circuit, I would have seniors. In fact, we have a senior out here in our commentary box as well, Pranav Mehta, being part of so many tours. Oh, and that's a drop catch. Munis Ansari, not one of the nimble fielders of this Muscat Thunderers side, but I think he's dropped a big one. This could have been a game changer.
Absolutely. Staying on the pads, trying to clear the shot fine, and a catch, and the opportunity went begging.
Coming back to my earliest memories, yes, of course. So I had seniors, I had friends who used to play for the under-19s. They would play for the Oman national team. They were so young, some of them in my class itself. And you would see their names in the newspapers every now and then. In the block hole, left-hander. Just works it away for a single. So when they would probably always come back from a tour, they would have certain memorabilia that they did, or maybe a player of the match tournament, and then in the school assembly they would announce their names and say that such a person has done well. Now these are the early memories of Oman cricket for me. And then eventually growing up, you become part of the domestic circuit, you play a few games here and there, and then after that it's just a high. Picked it up in the air, but it's going to be really safe. He's utilized this power play to the fullest. Usama in an attacking mode.
So good at reading the length. Once again, adapting to the length. It was a rising delivery. Glanced it towards the mid-wicket fence for a boundary. 2 done, 20 without the loss of any wicket.
Amir Shah, one of the finds of this tournament. If reputation has anything to prove, and people are really excited about seeing Amir Shah over here. Can he get that first breakthrough for Muscat Thunderers? Bangs it in short, it's aerial, and what a flat bat shot that is straight out of the ground. Zaman Qureshi is as excited, I believe, as the left-hander himself hitting that six.
What a start. What a start for the MAJEES Titans. It was slightly shorter in length. Rocked on the back foot. Vishwa getting into the act. This was on the cards. With the kind of start they have got, they are not going to stop. They will keep on pressing the paddle.
Once again, short, but tried to keep it away from the left-hander. He'd had to reach out to it, so the cross-batted shot would not work. But I think now the teams will have to be really careful. I believe this day one pitch, the pitch that they're playing on right now, is playing slightly lower than expected. So anything short will be punished by the batters. And slowly and steadily you'll start seeing bigger and bigger scores by the batters.
Amir has mightily impressed in this tournament. But today it's going to be a different battle altogether, because once you concede a six of the very first ball of your spell, you're automatically under pressure. How is he going to cope up with that pressure? Fetched from outside off, drilled towards mid-wicket. It'll just be a single.
They've been a decent fielding side, Muscat Thunderers. Yes, of course, having said that, they've dropped a catch earlier on of Osama. And he's probably going to make them pay for that. Already a boundary, and now on the first ball, that six that he's hit off Amir, just going to feel really, really confident.
Chalo, chalo, 1, 2 wickets, guys. Wicket time.
You can hear Pranav Atavale behind the stumps talking about getting a wicket. Can Amir do it?
How was that?
Nearly there, nearly there.
The two opening batters replicating each other in terms of getting runs, rotating strikes.
This time tossed it up, but I believe the umpire has made a call. It's going to be a no ball, as a matter of fact. Overstepping for a spinner, I think this is absolutely criminal stuff.
Not the first time in this tournament Amir has overstepped. Happened with the left arm spinner previously as well. But yes, that's definitely criminal. You normally see fast bowlers overstepping, and it's such a rare sight to see a spinner going over the popping crease.
If I'm not mistaken, a spinner overstepping, I believe there's something got to do with fortunes for the Indian cricket team as well, because if I'm not mistaken, there have been multiple incidences. That's a harsh call. That's a harsh call. Touch and go. They're also going to be checking for the short run as well. So plenty of activity here for the third umpire, the TV umpire, the production crew to roll through the images that they have recorded. Have a look at that.
Well, is he short of his crease or not? Yes. I guess he's well in. MAJEES Titans are up against Muscat Thunderers in this encounter. The match number 20. These two teams are going on head to head. Free hit coming up now for Vishwa.
So a free hit now, courtesy that no ball by Amir. It's just turned out to be a very, very expensive mistake. Couple of runs and a no ball. So that's 3 runs of this particular delivery, and you've got one more extra. Charging down the track, not making full use of it, only a single. So he's gotten away with it, Amir Shah.
Well, I tell you what, the idea was not wrong. Trying to get a boundary of the free hit.
Osama and Vishwa still hanging in there. The good part is that they're striking well above the number of balls they have faced. However, it's not good enough, I feel. In the air, just into the hands of Mustaqim after a bounce. And he's going to complete this over. It was an expensive one from Amir. Not too much, but by D10 standards, anything above 10 runs and over is going to be expensive. 3 gone, 33 for no loss.
आजा फील्डर्स
Right then, 32 for no loss. After 3 overs, Vishwa, Vijayaratne and Usama are out there
क्या हुआ
for the Majees Titans, hanging in there. Can we see something special here from Makran Patel, who I believe is going to be bowling the next over? He's been the other find for the Muscat Thunderers. They've got quite a few new finds. Nearly half the side,
sir.
because nearly half their side has been refreshed, courtesy that tour to Canada of the Oman national team. Just goes to show the quality that Muscat Thunderers usually operates with. Starts off with a lose now.
You're wide to start off.
आमिर थोड़ा स्क्वायर है ना
No, it's very important for Vishwa to get some runs under his belt.
Picked it up. Catch it is the call. It's really high. But Ganesh is not going to be bothered about that. He's just going to be calm, cool and composed. And he's going to applaud Makran Patel's efforts out here. It's a wicket. And it's Vishwa Vijayaratne who departs.
Here trying to up the ante. Vishwa Vijayaratne takes a long walk back to the hut. Vishwa Vijayaratne goes back after scoring 14 of 12. First wicket at the score of 33.
The experience of Ajay Lal Cheta, southpaw and a big hitter. Loves driving through the colours, plays proper cricketing shots. Unfortunately, it's not the power play at the moment, but then he certainly can pack a punch on his day.
दाफा दाफा डी
Plenty of experience with Ajay Lal Cheta.
मुस्ती बस मुस्ती एक स्लाइड में अंदर जा ठीक है
Good to see
Chalo,
Makran
boys, number 2
Patel
guys.
back on his feet again. Was hit by Jitin Kumar Ramanandi on his ankle. Gets a single, gets off strike. Good start this by Ajay Lal Cheta.
शाबाश शाबाश एक नंबर बड़े
Well, it's a very young side, yeah, Majees Titans, and you do need the resounding and the experience of somebody like Ajay Lal Cheta. They have quite a few. Zishan Maqsood is also part of this team. not playing this tournament. He's taking a well-deserved rest
वेट कर
as a mentor for the MAJEES Titans at the moment. Also, Syed Amar Kaleem featured for the MAJEES Titans some time back.
वेल डन पाटिल नाइस वन लवली लवली चेंज करेंगे जरा क्विक चेंज गाइस
Dealing in singles at the moment, MAJEES Titans.
लवली लवली बॉयज
You're talking about Ajay Lal Cheta. He also featured for the Oman national team, made his debut in 2015 against Hong Kong. Oman won that game by 6 wickets. Pulled a maiden over in his debut game.
Loud shout, not interested. I think it was too much heading down the leg side. Ajay Lal Cheta was also the ex-captain of the Oman national cricket team. Let's have a look at that. Pitching in line, and then I think it was just trying to drift, going on the way.
आवाज लगाते रहो चलो बॉयज
So far so good for Makran Patil. Wide wicket and a couple of singles only, so not too much done. Managed to tie down the batters that have come in front of him. Makran Patil
हां हां पूछ
operates really well, coming over the wicket to the left-hander
शाबाश शाबाश नाइस बॉयज नाइस
as well as the right-hander, and loves bowling, getting those angles, trying to drift the ball into the left-hander as well.
Oh, beautifully done. Wicket-keeper couldn't gather that one. Bias called the umpire. 4 done. 37 would be the score at the end of 4 overs for the loss of 1 wicket.
सुपर है सर आइटम हूं अभी वो उधर खींचने के लिए देखता है एक बोल रहा हूं ठीक है वो उधर ही खींचने के लिए देखता है लेग साइड कंप्लीट लेग साइड प्ले रहे हो संदीप आफ्टर 4 overs minus 3 minutes you have to speed up thank you make us minus 3 minutes so this is nothing
4 overs gone, 37 for the loss of 1 wicket. MAJEES Titans still in the hunt of getting to a formidable total. It's going to be Ganesh, and he's going to be welcomed with an aerial shot down the ground, only for a single though. And this is not going to hurt the Muscat Thunderers in any way. I think they've done really well in keeping both these two batters tied down.
You're absolutely right. After the loss of the first wicket, since Ajay Lal Cheta is in the middle. Right, then we got a lone spectator in the house. Seems like he lost somewhere.
quick Usama quick yeah
Irfan from our audio department. Make sure he gives us all the audio as well as some decent beats in the production. Very important for production values. Enjoying some cricketing action.
Well, he can give us the beat. He can mute us as well. So he has got some controls.
Need to be kind to him. Just like how Ajay Lal Cheta is respecting Ganesh at the moment, pitching it in short, not managing to get a hold of it. They'll have to look to take some extra risk from here onwards, the MAJEES Titans, else they're just going to end up with a mediocre score once again. There's no point in playing out deliveries and then just ending up with a 60 or a 70 odd in 10 overs.
It just hasn't been the day for Ajay Lal Cheta so far. Trying to force everything outside off. But what a side Muscat Thunderers used to be. Ayan Khan, Jatinder Singh, Kashyap Kumar Prajapati, Siddharth Bukapatnam, Samay Srivastava. What a team they had. Suraj Kumar, the wicket keeper.
Well, they wouldn't be complaining because they do have capable replacements. One-handed and beats the fielder. It's going to be a boundary. Checking whether it's gone on the full or it's going to be a boundary, but Zaman Qureshi is now satisfied. It is 4 runs and a timely one, as a matter of fact, just pulled out of nowhere.
Yeah, once again the length was slightly short. Somehow managed to get bat to ball. Was nearly beaten by the lack of pace. Osama. Welcome boundary nevertheless.
21 from 13, so he's not too far behind that desired 200 strike rate. Throws in the kitchen sink. Not a wide. And he can't believe it. However, he was completely out of shape in that instance.
43, we are inching towards the end of 5 overs mark. We have seen Renaissance challengers giving a good fight to the modest total of 96-97. Majees Titans would want to get anywhere close to that or even 100 runs mark. That will be a wide.
This time the bowler's not happy. Last ball it was the batsman or the batter who was asking why that was not given a wide, and now the bowler drifts a little bit further from those danger markings and then says that why was that given a wide. It's a tough life being an umpire, I tell you that.
Absolutely good call by the umpire Zaman Qureshi. Now every now and then you would see, if it doesn't go in the favor of batter, batter would complain. If it doesn't go in the favor of bowler, bowler would complain. As an umpire, you need to maintain your composure, just like Zaman Qureshi did.
Picked it up, it's in the air, a fielder is underneath it. Makran Patil is one of those better fielders out in the park at the moment, who's not going to drop too many catches for the Muscat Thunderers. Usama, who was one of the most hard hitters of this Majees Titans side, will perish heading back into the pavilion. Gunny strikes. So Usama Akil departs 21 from 15 deliveries, 4 boundaries in that effort of his. 44 for the loss of 2 wickets at the end of 5.
चलो चलो लग के जरा बैट्समैन रेडी है गाइस
Makran Patil, after taking a well-judged catch, has been asked to bowl his second over. 5 overs done, 44 for 2, and joining me in the commentary box is going to be Pranav Mehta. What do you make of this Majees Titans innings at the moment? 44 for 2 and 5. I think they are not lagging too far behind, but look what's happened now. They've got a fresh face there. Aryan Bisht pushed up the order, giving him some extra bit of time out there in the middle.
Is it a good call? Only time will tell. In my opinion, they needed a power hitter, especially with Ajay Lal Cheta in the middle. Not known for his big hitting skills, Ajay Lal Cheta is a brilliant timer of the cricket ball. Loves to play elegant cricket. the ex-national captain of Oman, will be on strike. He's got 4 to his name.
On the other hand, I think Aryan Bish too is a class act, coming in through the ranks from the under-19s. He's a tall, lanky lad and loves playing proper cricketing shots, strikes the ball hard. He'll look to get his eye in. He needs some experience out there in the middle. Can't come towards the fag end of the innings and go all bonkers. Calls for a good single. Also looking to capitalize on an overthrow. However, that's not going to happen. Have a look at that.
I think it was curtains if it was a directed yes. And a brilliant backup from Mustaqeen, the youngster.
I think this is a good call. Aryan Bish coming in
boys.
at the top of the order earlier on, giving him enough deliveries to actually make a difference rather than coming in towards the end. In the air, catch it is the call, but no, Pratish is not going to be
only 2.
anywhere near that. So it's a couple of runs here for Aryan Bisht.
I have a question for you, Amin. What are the boundary options for Aryan?
You'll have to look at the field for that. So being a right-hander, you've got a deep square leg. You've got somebody at deep mid-wicket as well. On the offside, you've got the long off and long on at the fence. Catch it is the call, but no, I think it's just one bounce. Just a while ago, you were praising Mustaqim, and now he does not put in the dive. Look at that. Makran Patel is livid with him.
Exactly my point. I mean, if Zohaib Amanat was batting, you would have said he will clear the rope at will. But with Aryan, you started counting the fielders. That's exactly my point. Put forward in clarity. The belief of him clearing the boundary at will, and in this format, it's a necessity. You have to be clearing the boundary at will.
Well, at the moment, it's because of the circumstances that the MAJEES Titans are right now. Bottom of the table, they've just got that one win. And 6 overs done out here, 51 for 2 wickets. We'll come back to that.
Let's look at what they have in store. Osama got a start, 21 of 15, collapsed. Bushwa got a start as well, 14 of 11. Ajay is in the middle, 6 of 8. Aryan, 4 of 3. What are the other options? Faizan, one of the top run getter, should have been here. Narayana is the other option. The captain, Rahil, is also there. Ubaidullah and Abid can strike the ball. My point being that the remaining 4 bowlers are really good quality, and that's where they needed a power striker here.
Throwing in the kitchen sink here, Ajay Lal Chetta, not able to connect. But yes, of course, so my point being here is that if the MAJEES Titans are actually looking to give youth a chance, they need to come up the order. When you look at the Muscat Thunderers, they're sending Mustaqim also up the order. So that opportunity is there for them to actually think about making a difference. If you don't even think about making a difference by sending somebody like an Aryan Bish lower down the order, anyways your top order does not click or is not clicking in the previous matches, you need to think out of the box. You need to try something at least. Picked it up in the air, goes aerial towards the covers. He's really attractive towards the covers. Ajay Lal Chetta, class act normally, but this occasion only a single brings Aryan Bish on strike.
I'm halfway around with you. The most important reason is that one of the batters on the wicket has to be a power hitter in this format especially. If you're giving an opportunity to Aryan Bish, yes, he's striking over 100, but is that the requirement? You're facing one of the premium sides. This is professional cricket. He's a class act in the 50-over format. In the T20, he can do a decent job as well. But over here, this is not his speciality. He's a brilliant bowler. He's contributing with the ball. But when you have just 60 deliveries of cricket per innings, you need to send in the power hitters.
You're wasting Faizan Abdullah,
चलो बॉयज लग के जरा थोड़ा ही
who has got runs for you. You're wasting the likes of Ubaidullah, who's also got runs. If they were here, you can make a match out of this. I'm not saying the match is done and dusted. I'm just saying that the odds of you having the right person at the right time is very important.
Picks it up, it's in the air, catch it is the call. And no, he's going to spill it over. Rana Naeem, a very experienced lad out there for the Muscat Thunderers, fails to get Ajay Lal Chetta back in the hut. But yes, I do get where you're coming from. You need to have those impact players, especially in this D10 format. What for me is just the situation right now. Look at that Rana Naeem just failing to judge that catch to perfection. Never too easy running behind. But then that had to be taken, especially if you're playing for the Muscat Thunderers. They are a seasoned side.
Absolutely. I'm always of the opinion of giving opportunities to the youngsters. Love that, the way Pratish has been used. But you don't see Pratish bowling here, despite him being the pick of the bowlers in the previous two games because of the dew. Factors make a difference. On this occasion, Ajay is going to be falling short. No worries for KR Azad at the striker's end because Ajay was way out of his ground.
Yeah, poor call here by Ajay Lal Chetta, asking to get back on strike. Have a look at that. Did not time it well, and he thought that the fielder was far too behind, underestimating the quick, nimble features of Makran Patil coming in from long on. In the end, he will have to perish. Ajay Lal Chetta departs for 10 of 12 deliveries. He's been run out by Makran Patil and Pranav Atavale. Majees Titans are 56 for the loss of 3 wickets.
Faizan Abdullah, one of the top batters of Majees Titans in this edition of Oman D10, has come to the middle and he's come in with 19 balls to spare.
Absolutely. He's been a very soothing and a clinical part of this Majees Titans side. In the air, edges it, but he's going to hold out. This time, Rana Naeem does not drop it. It was a dolly of a catch, failing to capitalize on his position. Faizan looking to get going from the ball number 1.
The dew factor coming into the effect, skidding onto Faizan, and the increased weight of the ball affecting the fingers of Rana Naeem. Faizan will walk back with some gold to his name, a golden duck, not troubling the scorers at all of the first ball duck. 56 for 4, Majees Titans.
A wicket to end the over. And now it's going to be Amir Shah. Another impressive feature of this Muscat Thunderers. In the air, catch it is the call, and he's going to take it. Sandeep Gaud, even though he has a niggle, will latch on to that diving effort. Make sure the Majees Titans are going to reel under pressure and crumble under pressure.
Back of length. Aryan was never in control. An incredible catch. Yes, you beauty. You might be struggling, but he is putting his body on the line for his team. He's struggling, he's pushing his body. Sandeep Gaur, the captain of Muscat Thunderers. Aryan Bisht walks back. 4 of 5 for him. 56 of 5. MAJEES Titans.
आमिर नेक्स्ट टाइम कुछ नहीं आना नया बैट्समैन है
Extremely impressive is Muscat Thunderers with the way they have rallied their resources. One of their pick of bowlers, Pratish, has not even been given an over. Considering the circumstances, considering the situation, considering the due factor, and Amir is bowling a tight line here. Just impacted outside the off stump, and a limping Sandeep Gaur will try to stop the second, won't happen.
Yeah, well, getting off the mark on the first delivery that he faced, but the umpire decides he'll have to wait a little bit more. It's a leg by. Salina has got a game this evening. Salina Rajapaksa against Ahmed. It's not going to be easy in the first game, especially because Amir Shah is some top drawer stuff. What makes him special, Amir Shah? Pranav?
He's a thinking cricketer. Loves to fire it in, doesn't shy away from a battle. Doesn't want to lose. And just as we say that, he's happy to flight it. Soumya Sampat misses this one, and it's gone through him directly. The youngster of the Oman under-19. Vice captain, if I'm not making a mistake.
Yes, they're doing really well here, Muscat Thunderers, providing decent opportunities to everybody. Pratish, obviously, is one shining example. And then you have Mustaqim, there's Soumya Sampat also. I think he's come in to field for someone, or he's part of the team, part of the squad.
He's not playing today. Soumya Sampat, known for his off-spinning capabilities, is a decent bat as well. But at the top level, very good fielding, keeping down to 1. At the top level, as a youngster, you make it to the side as a brilliant fielder. And then you get those limited opportunities, just like how we have seen it with Pratish. He made it to the side of Muscat Thunderers as a fielder. And then he got those limited opportunities. It's a similar occasion with Mustaqim. In the previous game, or the game before that, he got an opportunity to bat. So you will get those odd opportunities now and then, and that's when you have to make it count. But for that, you have to be a standout fielder, the best fielder in your arena to make it a chance. 8 overs done, 61 for 5, MAJEES Titans.
Penultimate over, and that would mean umpire Zaman Qureshi will signal the floating power play. Is going to be against Munis Ansari, and it's not going to be an easy one. Salina playing his first game, and on the other end is going to be Ubaidullah, who's just come out to the center, played only a single delivery. Munis Ansari is a class act, especially in a floating power play. It's not easy with all those Yorkers coming in for a new batter. It's not easy to deal. Let's have a look whether Munis Ansari can wipe out this tail end of MAJEES Titans batting lineup. Starts off with a shortly, just short of good length.
He'll let the pitch do the rest of the work. There's sufficient amount of water cover in terms of dew on the wicket, so the ball will skid through, making it very difficult for a lower middle order batter to cut, especially with the slingy action.
Somehow digs it out, digs it away. Salina gets to the non-striker's end, and I think that's the safest place for any batter at the moment. Well, I really think Munis Ansari is going to get a wicket here in this particular over. It's a penultimate over, so that would mean that Ubaidullah and Salina would certainly want to take their chances. And with him targeting the stumps, maybe we could just see the furniture being disturbed, and what a sight it's going to be.
What I feel is it's going to be extremes, because Ubaidullah is not going to keep quiet. He does realize they need a few tonks here. Wicket is an option in the process. Wide down the leg side, and this is free 5 runs. Gift wrapped with a bow on top from Munis Ansari, the experienced Munis Ansari, and Pranav Athavale cannot do justice to the gloves.
Yes, absolutely. Tad bit too late. Did not expect Munis Ansari to drift down the leg side, I believe, and tad bit too late in reacting to that wayward delivery. What's going to happen is going to be an extra ball, and the Muscat Thunderers, if they had any intentions of wrapping up this game early, have to score 5 more extra runs here, unnecessary runs.
Ubaidullah has to be looking for a boundary here. Munis has bowled brilliantly except for the last delivery. What can he do here?
Thumbs towards long gone, and out of nowhere he's manufactured a well-deserved boundary. Not easy hitting through the line to Munis Ansari.
That's exactly what my point is. When you've already seen the way Ubaid can strike, shouldn't he have been the batter to walk in at number 4, number 5? Give yourself a chance. You never know on a day when Ubaid could strike 30 or 40. This is some incredible striking from Ubaid. He's a genuine all-rounder. He can strike a big ball at will. He's a strong lad, and this is the format for him. Horses for courses. Aryan is a brilliant cricketer. When it goes down to the 50-over cricket, he will be exceptionally good. But in this format, he lacks the power. Mustaqeen, a little bit of fumble from him at covers.
Will be feeling relaxed here, Ubaidullah, with that boundary. He'll still feel that, yes, of course, he can back himself to get a few more of those. And when he does that, the MAJEES Titans will reach a respectable score, something to bowl for. 71 for 5 is where they find themselves at the moment. Keeps it away from the right-hander, but he's taken the aerial shot. A fielder settling underneath it, and no, he's going to drop it. Mustaqeen just missing that, but what a throw to the keeper that one was. Like a bullet.
What's more brilliant is the dive from Ubaidullah. He might have scratched himself in the process and will look for some support from the support staff. Never looked like taking the catch, Mustaqeen. Under the lights with the dew, making the ball a little slippery and a little low on confidence with that fumble earlier in the over.
Look at that. It was high in the air. No time for remorse by missing that catch. Immediately, like a tracer bullet, sends it back to Pranav Athavale, who himself was quite surprised by the pace of that throw. So now this is some really good stuff here. the youngsters just trying to set a standard.
Looking to strike it hard is Ubaidullah at the moment. Not able to connect with the way he would have liked. So good over comes to an end. 9 overs done. MAJEES Titan in the hunt. 74 for 5. So this is what it comes down to. Afreed Katie is going to bowl the final over. 12 runs in his previous over. Does not matter because this is the final over. 74 for 5. MAJEES Titans. 6 balls in hand and Ubaidullah is on strike. He will have to reload that. Afreed Katie. There's a lot of dew. Can he strike 1? Can he strike 2 actually to make this a little more interesting? 74 is not enough for a class team like Muscat Thunderers. Can we expect some lightning in this thunder?
Well, they've done well so far because the MAJEES Titans had gotten off to a decent start. Bowl them. Afreed Katie disturbs the woodwork here. And more importantly, the fact that it's Ubaidullah who's walking back to the pavilion will certainly be a cause of concern for MAJEES Titans.
Not sure about the lightning. It was the leg cutter from Afreed Katie. Very good delivery. Rolling his fingers and using the dew to his advantage. Looking to hit it across the line. Ubaidullah. Not sure about the lightning, but the sunshine prevails. Ubaidullah walks back 8 of 6. So this is the left-hander. Abid, I believe the man who is known for his bowling. He would want to have a few lusty blows here. Add on to the scoreboard. Make it a little more interesting when he has the ball in hand. Because he'll just have 12 deliveries to bowl. The younger brother of Bilal Khan, who is currently in Canada.
Serving the national team. But I think this is ball number 1 and it's gone the Muscat Thunderers' way. They will steal a single and the Muscat Thunderers won't mind that. But I think the dew has made life difficult for the fielders as well. Even Pranav Atavale has, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I've seen him change his gloves at least a couple of times now.
Generally, the ball is 155 grams. But with the dew coming into play, it will get a little more heavier than what you would want. The ball starts skidding and it will not have the same impact when it reflects off the bat as well.
I think it needs to go on a diet. It retains too much water, Pranav. Picked it up. Crosses the fielder. Mustaqeen with that ball in hand. Can he affect the run out? Pranav Atavale, no he can't because Salina was far too quick and pulls in the dive. So it's going to be a couple of runs. And I believe this is how MAJEES Titans are going to just add on to their scores for the time being. Not too many deliveries remaining, just 3 balls.
Not sure about the diet, but the workout is being executed by Afreed Katie in terms of the towel to lose the weight. It does not matter because at the moment Muscat Thunderers are well in control of this game. MAJEES Titans need to find a way to get close to 85 at the least.
Full delivery, kept it away from the left-hander. Only a single. The fielder has been placed there, Ashish Odedra. Again, only single. So a couple of balls remaining in this over, and at the moment it's Abid Khan on strike. Can he elevate one out of the park? Can he make that difference? At least 6 runs from here on 84. It's still a formidable target, I believe. At least that gives something for the bowlers to bowl at. There would be some sort of a pressure on the batters for trying to keep up the run rate.
With the due in favor of the bowling side, the outer's maximum is anywhere close to impact. Cut well. There is a player in the deep and they're going to be pushing, not pushing. Won't be taking on the arm of Amir Shah. He's a very, very good fielder. 79 on the board.
Well, of course, they're going to be trusting Salina to make that difference. Only a single. And ever since this over has started, you see the Muscat Thunderers on top of their toes. They do realize the importance of not conceding that all-important boundary. They do know that it's the last delivery or it's the last over, a good over. And if MAJEES Titans finish with a flourish, they're going into that dressing room with momentum on their side. And all that hard work done in the previous 9 overs just goes in vain. Last delivery, thumps it down. Only a single, but they'll keep running if they are smart. Yes, of course they do, and some good handiwork. Umpire Zaman Qureshi straight away sure that it's a run out.
A good dive by Salina goes in vain because of the rocket throw from Makrant Patil from long off. This is a good effort, very, very good effort from Muscat Thunderers, using the dew to their advantage. Very watchful to make sure that he collected the ball in time. And always falling short with the bullet throw from Makrant Patil at long off. 79 plus 1, 80 is what MAJEES Titans have got. It's competitive, cannot take it away. Funny things have happened in cricket. Can one happen today?
MAJEES Titans, Usama Akil and Vishwa Vijayaratne, 21 of 15, 14 of 11. And then that next name, Ajay Lal Chetta, the only 3 batters who reached double figures. But what's important here is that total score. Otherwise, Aryan Bisht, Faizan Abdullah, Ubaidullah, Salina and even Abid Khan as a matter of
last game of day number 5 at the Oman D10 powered by Fan Code. The game's coming up. Only want to register their second win of the tournament. They have been struggling with bat in hand, and today might well be the time where they not only register a victory but a thumping victory is all what is required for the Muscat Thunderers. To call out the action, I have been joined by Mudassir Ali in the commentary box. 81 is the target, Mudassir. They would not only want to finish the match but finish it in hurry, finish it in some style to boost the net run rate.
A very good morning, Naman. Muscat Thunderers requires 81 runs to win in 10 overs. It's empty versus empty. But it's not empty because it's full of action. It's Oman D10 powered by Fan Code.
Absolutely nothing's empty at the moment. Oman D10 powered by Fan Code. This is a day number 5. We have entered the day number 6 already. It's 12:30 midnight. The night's still young. The cricket action continues.
Who is talking about the night here? It's a young boy, Naman Chaudhary. Alongside me is Muscat Thunderers versus MAJEES Titans. The ball is in the hand of one of the most fearful bowler I have witnessed in this edition of Oman D10. Play on, says Zaman Qureshi, runs in Abid. It's Rana on strike. Straight away off the mark, look at that effort. Full commitment shown by the captain.
Good effort. Certainly stopped a run on this occasion. No matter what target you are defending, your fielders would always be on their toes. It's just these small margins you gotta convert, you gotta get them in your favor. Abid, known for seaming the ball earlier on.
Inside edge, just going past that off stump. Good start. Look at that energy in the field.
There's one thing about Naeem's batting we mentioned in the last game as well. He always tries to hit too hard, playing away from the body with lesser feet movement and trying to hit too hard. So what he can do is to middle the ball, time the ball rather than trying to hit too hard.
Sharply coming into Rana. He has a very good prospect future, I would say, for Abid. Well built, fast bowler. As said by Oman, it's a midnight here in Muscat, Oman. The weather has been kind, especially in the evening, and those towels, it clearly says there's a heavy dew on the ground.
Trying to cut that one. Once again, slightly slower in pace. Mixing it up well, Abid.
4 dot balls in a row. Nicely done. Just making a room, but could not find the gap. Straight into the hands of one bounce towards that point fielder. hard hitter batter. This is a very big opportunity for Rana in the absence of Prajapati and Jatinder Singh to cement his place in this side. At last, off the mark. It took 5 deliveries for Rana and for Muscat Thunderers to get off the mark.
Well, they've got a risky single here. What a start for Abid. Has been on the money. This has been the first over so far. On and above the off stump has been the area where he's targeting. And this one came in sharply back to the right-handed Naeem. Running between the wicket has been a problem for these opening batters. A couple of players in the middle. Rana Naeem has been run out twice in this tournament so far, while he was opening with Ashish Udedra. So they need to have better communication to avoid these runouts.
Top edge, just clearing that fielder at fine leg. Off the mark, not in a convincing way. Ashish Udedra. An exciting first over comes to an end. 2 on board for no loss.
Majan. Fine leg in. हाँ तो ठीक है आविद भाई वो गैप बंद करना बस.
Change of surface, and we have seen some excellent batting effort by the batters. It has been a two-phase wicket where the batters are also enjoying their outing as well as the fast bowlers, even the spinners getting some grip. Keeping that in mind, the second over, its experience looking sharp is number 11 Ajay Lalcheta.
Starts off with a decent delivery, targeting the stumps. Single to Ashish Udedra.
They're sticking with the same batting order, Muscat Thunderers. But I would love to see Makarand Patil to open for Muscat Thunderers alongside Ashish Udedra.
बस
He is in form, technically sound, aggressive batter.
Straight down the ground, over the head of the bowler. Just evades the umpire.
Slow reflex from Ajay Lalcheta. Was there an opportunity?
बहुत अच्छे
81. A slow and sedate start. Still looking for that first boundary. Swept nicely. Fumble. Chased by the fielder. A dive put in by the youngster. Is there a chance? What an effort.
Absolutely decent stop there at the deep mid-wicket fence. Trying to sweep that one. Opportunity went begging for Ajay Lalcheta.
Forcing on the back foot. Could not break the shackles. All they need is a couple of wickets here.
Forcing that one, a quick single on offer. They will take that. running between the wickets. That has been the key feature for this partnership, because they've already struggled twice. Got to make sure that they do not mix up this time around.
With each game passing by, the communication has been improving between these two. Goes down on one knee and this time put in the gap, chased by the fielder, but not getting it properly in the middle of the blade. But nonetheless, 4 runs. And with that 4, they move to 11.
Shuffling across the off stump. Getting it backward a square. To get a much needed boundary for Muscat Thunderers.
Going below that run rate of 6 runs per over, 11 for no loss. Required run rate creeping up. Still in control, I would say, 8.75. Change in the bowling. Connects well. But a spread out field means they'll get just 1 run here. So still a slow and sedate start. This is a very good opportunity for the batters. If they can go after the bowlers, they can better their net run rate, because it's not a huge target what they're chasing tonight.
You are absolutely spot on. This is the opportunity for the batters to get in their groove. Oh, what a shot! What a shot! Picked up the pace and has put it in the building of Oman Cricket Academy. What a hit!
It reminds me of Abdul Razzaq, the way he got those runs in Abu Dhabi against South Africa. What a hit! The first maximum.
Good memory. As I said, I like it because the way he has cleared his front leg out of the way truly resembled with one of the finest all-rounder that Pakistan has produced. Just that weight transfer that stands him out. Have a look at that for a shot. Classic.
Oh, typical Abdul Razzaq. This time making room and goes over the point. A maximum followed by a boundary. Looking good now is Rana.
Yeah, he's not been in his right rhythm and right form, but today might well be the time he's find his nick. Look at that. Opening the face of the blade over the head of the point fielder. 6 followed by a boundary. Are we going to witness the masterclass from Naeem here?
Clearing that front leg and making room. They're taking me back to the early 2000s, late 90s. You've already seen the likes of Shoaib Akhtar, Saqlain Mushtaq in Imran, now Rana. Doesn't get it where he wants it, but he will take it. Nevertheless, 4 runs.
Yeah, that has been the trend with Rana Naeem. He tries to hit too hard. And when you do that, even your edges will fly. Got the outer edge over the head of the wicket keeper. Look at how hard he's trying to hit. Runs are important no matter how they come.
15 runs. Slowly finding the touch. Naeem Rana. onto the back foot, and with ease getting a boundaries. Back to back to back boundaries from the blade of Rana.
Picking up the length this time, it was slightly darting in towards the body. So it was just about how you transfer the weight, getting past the square leg umpire. So the Rana Naeem show continues at the Oman Cricket Academy. What an over. All of a sudden shifting the momentum in the favour of Muscat Thunderers.
All the pressure created by the two bowlers, Abid and Ajay Lal Cheta. Now it has been released by Tikshana. 19 runs. One more ball to go in this over.
Thumps it on the offside this time. The onslaught continues. Rana Naeem is looking in some groove tonight. And he is not going to spare out the bad deliveries.
Clearing his front leg yet again, and a good looking shot. Some power generated and finds the gap, keeping it away from the reach of mid-off fielder. 23 runs. A big over. So 3 overs done, 34 for no loss. Lal Cheta will continue. A sensible piece of batting. The last over, getting 23 runs. It's look like Rana is driving a car on a highway. Have you ever driven a car, Noman, on a highway?
Absolutely not. I'm just good at the passenger seat.
It is called as a cleaner seat. Lucky runs. Trying to cut hard, top edge going past the slip cordon, and 4 more runs for Rana and more runs for Muscat Thunderers.
Now we see the reason why he's still been trusted at the top of the order. Flashing blade gets a boundary. We had this conversation at the start of the innings that why they were persistent with Rana Naeem at the top of the order. Probably that was the reason why. Living up to the trust of the skipper and the team management is Rana Naeem once again over cover. That's a beautiful shot. That surely is the contender for the shot of the night.
Majestic, ruthless Rana. Back-to-back boundaries. One more time, clearing his front leg. What a beautiful looking lofted shot over covers. Rana on fire.
Sweeps that on the onside square leg. Would just be a mere spectator. This is Rana Naeem show at the Oman Cricket Academy.
Score moves to 49. A typical Abdul Razak kind of a batting we are witnessing. Going down on one knee, swept hard. Deliberately played in the air and fetches a maximum.
This is the competition between two experienced contenders. Straight bat, a single down to long off will conclude the over. Single brings up the 50 for Muscat Thunderers at the end of 4 overs.
Don't give up easily. Good 2 overs. Great, Rana ji.
Now they are in a hurry to achieve the target of 81. 39 runs. 39 runs were scored in the last 2 overs. 50 for no loss. Taking his own time. Short third man. Fine leg. Point gully inside the 30-yard circle. It's Ubaidullah to Rana. Making room, goes towards the deep extra cover. Slide comes in. Just a single.
What a knock from Rana Naeem. 44 of 18 balls. This is where it started. Drilling through the point region. Then a top edge over the head of the wicket keeper. Then a multigious pull towards the onside. And have a look at this for a shot. He was so good against Ajay Lalcheta as well. Now Ashish Udedra gets in the act. Will find the fielder at mid-wicket. How costly would that be? That was an absolute sitter. Osama Akhil was the culprit there.
Conditions are tough. No opportunity, gone begging. Straight into the hands of Osama and came out quickly. Not a good effort from the youngster. In the slot, go straight over the bowler. Couple of bounces, ball racing towards the fence. No stopping. He moves to 48.
Class apart. Rana Naeem has playing one hell of a knock. Slower delivery, judged to perfection.
Couple of runs needed for Rana to get to his milestone. Back off length, wide has been called. An entertainment provided by Naeem Rana, trying to test him with the bumper way over his head.
Yeah, he's got a fairly decent height, and if the ball travels above his height, that means that this was surely out of the reach. Trying to force that one towards the onside. Will just get a single. 49 of 20 now.
Started off with a win in this tournament. After that, just losing the track. They played a tight game against Renaissance Challengers. Early in the day, they have lost to Royal Oman Stallions. Unlucky. Thick outside edge going past the wicket keeper. So runs continues to come from the blade of Ashish as well here.
Well, the French cut, as they say, towards the third fielder. Deliberate push. Getting a boundary. But then only 19 of 31. Slow delivery, slow delivery. Not out given by the umpire. A dot ball will end the over. 5 done at 62 without the loss of any wicket.
Rana Naeem on 49. Narayana will come into bowling from Oman talent. That'll be 50. What a knock. An effort, wonderful effort, will keep it down to 1. And they'll be content with that single because Rana Naeem has finally got runs. And he's got as many as 50 of 21 deliveries. What an impactful knock. We did discuss that he's going to be furious. Amin?
Well, absolutely not making heavy weather of this total year. The target was 81, still a stiff target on normal days. But the way Rana Naeem has come out, it does seem like he's a man on a mission. Short. And no, these are going to be runs, extra runs. As many as just 1 though. But they'll take it any day. Also means that Rana Naeem gets back on strike and he seems to be in some mood here. Especially after reaching that half century. I think he's just going to open up more and start playing some risky shots because they're in a very, very comfortable situation at the moment.
Rana Naeem. What an incredible striker. And he's facing Narayana, the lad who is known for being one of the prolific batters in the junior circuit. Doesn't have an opportunity with the bat. And here he is bowling from the Oman end. Inside out. A few bounces to sweeper. Osama will cover it down and keep it down to 1.
Well, certainly things going their way. At the moment, it's going to MAJEES Titans who have elected to bat first on this occasion. And the batters could not stand up or rise up to the occasion. And even right now, with the ball in hand, it's just making life so difficult. So somewhere down the line, they just need to go back into that dressing room, to that drawing board, and try and re-strategize of how to make a difference from here onwards in the tournament. It's still a very long tournament though, mind you.
One thing that I'm happy about is Rahil Habibullah, the young lad, the wicketkeeper, has a lot to learn from this. It's a big learning curve, big learning experience in the absence of people like Zishan Maqsood. Missed stumping. The ball is skidding through. Not able to hold on this occasion, Rahil Habibullah.
Taking a few more additional risks at the moment. Naeem as well as Ashish Odedra. End of the over, 6 gone, 68 for no loss. Muscat Thunderers. They are in the driving seat, and to further consolidate their position, umpire Zaman Qureshi signals that the Muscat Thunderers have opted for that floating power play. And I think it's the right time because Rana Naeem would really want to finish things with a flourish. They seem to be in a hurry, and it's going to be Abid Khan. Moves away just for a single.
So what's the required run rate? Just over 3. Just over 3 runs per over. 3.13. And look at that current run rate, 11.19. Believe this is for the very first time happening in this tournament.
Yeah, well, they've just come with all guns blazing. Big shot in the air. Will land safe. Want Ashish Odedra to flourish as well. All throughout this tournament, he's been also pretty impressive with the bat in hand, coming in to have a look at this. Rana Naeem scored his 50 of just 21 deliveries. He played shots all over the ground, targeted the spinners, targeted the pace bowlers. Other than Abid Khan, no other bowler from the MAJEES Titans received any sort of cautious approach from Rana Naeem. And finally, with that deft touch behind the stumps, reached his 50. Catch it is the call, but no, it's still going to land in no man's land. Pretty much safe. One bounce to Samakil. Dealing in singles at the moment, and that's pretty much all that they need from here onwards.
Ten of 21. This is incredible cricket from Rana Naeem. 53 of 26, requiring 81 to win. We always knew that 81 was at least 20 runs below par against a quality team like MUSCAT Thunderers and the circumstances. Slower delivery, inside edge, onto the thigh pad. He's been struggling there, Ashish.
Yeah, I think he just need to get his thoughts together, gather his thoughts together, and reset, because it's a long tournament. He's done so well all throughout, but at the moment I think he just is a little bit shaken up because of that blow that he's got onto his guard. Difficult situation.
Always a difficult situation for anyone and everyone. 71 on the board already, 10 more required. That's gone straight up. Who's going to take it? The bowler doesn't trust anyone else, and that's the way to go ahead. Abid, the left arm pacer, the left arm quick of MAJEES Titans has struck, and finally they have a wicket.
Yes, of course. Great decision bringing Abid Khan back on at this stage of the innings, especially because it's the floating power play. And look at those figures that he's ended up with. Cotton bowled by Abid. Ashish Odedra goes back into the hut for a laborious innings of 14 in 15 deliveries. Just that one boundary to his name. 71 for the loss of 1 wicket, the MUSCAT Thunderers.
Patil walks to the center. They need to finish this very quickly. They've lost by 61 runs on the previous encounter. MUSCAT Thunderers.
Loud shout, umpire not interested, stranded midway. And somehow or the other, Makran Patil survives. In the end, it's going to be 18 deliveries remaining in this innings, and the MUSCAT Thunderers need 10 to win. So 71 for 1 is what their score is after 7.
Ubaidullah. All they require is a 6 and a 4. Rana Naeem is on strike. And that's exactly what he's got throughout his innings. Sixes and boundaries. Can he finish this off in style?
Two positive things in the last couple of deliveries, and that's Makran Patil comes out for the Muscat Thunderers. That means they are really interested in finishing this as quickly as possible so that there is some effect on that net run rate. And on the other hand, MAJEES Titans are bringing out all their best bowlers, not managing to give up. Look at that, in the air and into the hands. Ubaidullah strikes. Yusuf Manik has caught an absolute stunning catch here out of nowhere.
Is MAJEES Titans pulling a rabbit out of the hat here? What have you done here, Rana Naeem? When you can strike the ball straight through the line at will, trying to be cheeky. A brilliant knock comes to an end. 53 of 27 deliveries for Rana Naeem as MAJEES Titans claim the second wicket for Muscat Thunderers at 71.
New batter in. It's the young lad, Mustaqim, entrusted with the responsibility of just safely seeing Muscat Thunderers home without any further damage, without any further casualties. Can he strike that all-important boundary and make sure that they inch towards victory as soon as possible? They certainly need that if they really want to make an impact on that net run rate, though.
Bringing in 6 fielders inside the circle for Mustaqim. Would really love to see some intent from Mustaqim. Not on this occasion though.
Left-handed, and on the other hand it's Makran Patil, so there's probably some experience out there in the center, so he'll be certainly in his ear at most times, advising him what he needs to do, whether he needs to take that single or not.
He just needs to go for it. When the opponent has 5 fielders inside the circle, just go for it. Just like that. When you can do this, to not fend the ball. Wonderful boundary from Mustaqim, and that'll get him off the mark. Brilliant way to get off the mark, Mustaqim, the young lad for Muscat Thunderers.
Yeah, they'll welcome that for, and especially Mustaqim. Look at that smile on that young lad's face, and he's done it in style, I believe. Off the mark, waited for the ball to come onto the bat and deftly guided it behind point. No fielder out there. Going to be 4 on most occasions, even against the best of the teams at any situation. This is good stuff here.
Can they do it in this over is the question. 3 balls remaining on this over. 4, 5, 6. 6 runs required. Cheeky, trying to be cheeky, trying to take a single. This is not exactly Mustaqim. You need to be going for it. That's exactly your strength, and that's how you lost your wicket. But that's how you're going to be gaining respect at this level.
Yes, absolutely. Just look to work around. Right then, what's Ubaidullah thinking? Should he be attacking the wickets? Should he be testing that young lad with a shorter one? Let's have a look. Yes, he's trying to hit that in the block hole, and Makran Patil says, no, you might as well just see off the remaining 2 deliveries as well. Use it as a free hit. 1 delivery remaining in this over. They still need 6 runs to win.
And immediately Makran Patil will have a word with Mustaqim. They're not going to be losing the match from here. Mustaqim needs to make an impact. Can he go for a big one? Can he finish this game off in style? Can he buy some respect with the gentlemen watching from the sidelines? Can he make them believe that he has the skills to be here? Slower delivery, probably of the pads to the wicketkeeper. Will be a dot ball. 12 balls to go, 6 runs required. Muscat Thunderers, 75 for the loss of 2 at 8. Finally, Makarand Patil will be on strike and he will be up against the leg spinner Narayana. This is going to be one of those extreme results because Makarand Patil will not be wasting time because he was not happy when Mustaqim was fending the balls away. This is going to be on the pads, on the pads, on the pads. It's given. Believe it or not, Muscat Thunderers get their third. Makarand Patil is going to be walking back for a duck of the very second delivery that he faced. A slider. And definitely this was in favor of Narayana.
He's all smiles, Narayana. It's been a good outing for him tonight. Bowled his heart out. Makarand Patil goes for naught. It's 75 for the loss of 3 wickets. Muscat Thunderers.
Ganesh, the man who's known for performing with the ball, is going to be having the bat in his hand. He is promoted to number 3, so this is no surprise. Believed in his capabilities.
All he does is just hits it back to the bowler, but amongst all that chaos that's happening out there, have a heart for the way Narayana is delivering his over at the moment. Bowling just the right length. Not allowing the batters to get underneath it. Even though if there's a short ball, he's wearing that pace, he's bowling that quicker one.
Full toss. Grilled on the ground. They are trying to go for the second. Won't be on this occasion.
And what this does is this gets Mustaqim back on strike. Now this is something that he'd be comfortable with. It's going to be under 19 versus under 19, I believe. Narayana and Mustaqim must have seen each other plenty to understand what each one of them is thinking. Can he finish it off in the next couple of balls? The Muscat Thunderers will be really happy if he does. What are his options here? Down the ground, there's long on and long off with the fielder at the fence. You've got one at covers as well. On the leg side, you've got deep square leg. You've got one at mid-wicket. Oh, he's not going to like that. It's a wide. Look at them starting, sprinting across that wicket. Couple of runs and a wide. That means 3 extra runs here in this. Such a good over and spoiled due to an extra.
Due to 3 extras. 3 wides. Narayana. He's bowled decently. The wet ball making things a little more difficult than what it is. 2 to win for Muscat Thunderers. They have 8 deliveries in hand.
Yeah, that's the ball.
Fired it in. Mustaqim is happy to be playing watchful. 2 of 7 deliveries.
Yeah, he knows they're not going to be losing it from here onwards, so not to do anything silly here. But then when you have 2 runs to win of 7 balls, yes, of course, you can try to go over the top. It's just that the shot that he's trying to play is not apt for the situation. Have a look at that. Just like that, it's over. So now the equation is 2 of 6 balls. It's still Muscat Thunderers match to lose. 79 for the loss of 3 wickets. The Muscat Thunderers.
Aryan is trusted with the ball in hand for the final over. Oman side is where he's bowling from. Almost everyone inside the circle, just a long on that is outside the circle. Everyone trying to save a single. And what Aryan is going to be doing is he's going to be darting in it away from the right-hander. Being watchful, playing some mind games. Rahil Habibullah would be wondering if we had 15 runs more, how good could this match have been? 1 extra from Aryan. Scores are level.
Probably puts an end to any kind of discussion here. Scores are level. Just a matter of when. Loud shout, loud shout. And I wonder, unless and until there is no bat involved, why this would have not been given. And just like that, it's going to be an end of the road or end of the show for the Muscat Thunderers. They've completed this victory successfully. Let's have a look at that again.
Definitely angling away from the right-hander, and that's what would have made sure that the ball misses the off stump, with the Dew never getting any turn. And as a result, the leg bye offered. This will complete the win for Muscat Thunderers, a much needed win by 7 wickets, and they will stay in the contest. It is troubled times for MAJEES Titans because they are not able to find a win here.
Yes, of course. And the Muscat Thunderers will be relieved. They won by 7 wickets and they've won it probably a little bit too late, but still they've done really well. And it was Rana Naeem at the top of the order, coming in opening and getting to that half century in quick time, in as quick as 20 deliveries. They're going to be so very happy about doing that because earlier on in the evening, I believe they've lost heavily with more than 60 runs. That margin is going to be haunting them for at least tonight. But then, now that they've secured this win against MAJEES Titans, it was a commanding performance. Sandeep Gaur, the captain of the Muscat Thunderers, leading the way. Everybody moving ahead with those handshakes. And then match number 22 is the Invincibles versus the Muscat Thunderers. Match number 23 is the Yala Shabab Giants versus the MAJEES Titans. And finally ending the day with IAS Invincibles and Renaissance Challengers. I believe we are ready with the post-match presentation ceremony. Let's have a look.
At last, the struggle comes to an end in Oman D10, powered by fan code for Muscat Thunderers. It has been a one-man show with the bat of Rana Naeem, which helped them to fetch a couple of points in their kitty. The final game was played between MAJEES Titans taking on Muscat Thunderers, and Muscat Thunderers chasing a target of 81. They lost 3 wickets, and it has been an incredible batting performance from the blade of Rana Naeem. But before that, let me introduce Mr. Zaman Qureshi, who will be handing over the player of the match to Rana Naeem for his brilliant 53 with the help of 8 fours and 2 maximums. राणा बहुत बहुत मुबारक, और कैसा फील कर रहे हैं क्योंकि फॉर्म वापस आ चुका है?
थैंक यू वेरी मच। अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह मुझे कैप्टन और कोच ने बड़ा कॉन्फिडेंस दिया, उसकी वजह से मुझे बड़ी हेल्प मिली। बैटिंग में मैं सरवाइव कर रहा था, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह इस इनिंग्स में मैंने अच्छा किया।
आज एक चीज़ हमने नोटिस की, जिस तरीके से आप शॉट्स लगाते हैं, अब्दुल रज़ाक के हल्की सी झलक नज़र आती। क्या इससे पहले भी किसी ने आपको इस बात का जिक्र किया?
जी मेरे क्लब मेट्स मुझे कहते रहते हैं कि सर आप जो शॉट्स लेग साइड पे फेवरेट है मिड विकेट वो खेलते हैं, तो वो रज़ाक भाई की जो है ना झलक नज़र आती है। वैसे भी रज़ाक भाई मेरे आइडियल हैं, तो थोड़ा सा मैं उनको भी फॉलो करता हूँ बैटिंग में।
चले, माशाल्लाह से काफ़ी ज़बरदस्त परफॉर्मेंस रहा, और उम्मीद करते हैं आने वाले मैचेस में भी इसी प्रकार से आप बल्लेबाजी करते रहें।
थैंक यू वेरी मच। थैंक यू सर।
So that was the hard-hitting batter of Muscat Thunderers, Rana Naeem, with the Player of the Match award. That's all we do have from the sidelines, but do join us tomorrow. It will be day 6 for back-to-back games. Till then, take care. Good night.